welcome back to Microsoft Packages course. We are going to look at mail merging today. And mail merging, sometimes you may want to send a document. It might be an email message, it might be a letter, or and it might be any envelope message you want to send, and realize you want to send it to different people. So instead of typing many letters, we use mail merge, which is the simplest and the easiest way. If you want to send that letter maybe to different people, you can use mail merge to do that. And mail merge will help us give us different letters to different people. Instead of typing this for this one, I also type for this, I also type for this. So we type one letter, and mail merge will help us duplicate it and to different people, and we can easily send that letter to those different people using mail merging. So we are going to start right away to see how do we make our documents merged, how do we merge them, and how do we apply that mail merging technique. So we are going to start right away with our document, which already has some words, and we are going to assume these words are the ones maybe you want to send. So we are going to see how do I do the mail merging in that document that you already have. Or else, if you don't have that saved document, you can get any empty document and you type whatever you want to send. If it is a letter, you can easily type your letter. Then after typing your letter, then we do the mail merging. But without wasting time, we are going to use this document which already has some words. So we are going to assume these are the words we want maybe to send to clients. So we are going to start right away from here. And mail merging, when you're trying to see through your menu bar, you realize there is the word mailings, and this word mailings is the one we are going to use to merge our letters. So after seeing the word mail merge, we are going to click on it, and clicking on it, it will also give us its own toolbar. And on its toolbar, now we are going to see how do we start our mail merging. By starting that mail merging, which means we have to make our document merged. So we are going to use this option of start mail merge. So by clicking on it, it will give us different options. Do you want a letter? Is it an email message? Is it a label? Is it a directory? Is it an envelope? So you have to select which document you want to merge. If it is a letter, you select the letter. If it is an envelope, you select any option that your merge will be. So I will select a letter. So clicking on that letter, you realize that that letter will pop up again, which means it is created again, which means it will be created again because I want to merge it. So it will not remain in that old format. It will bring me another format of a letter. So after setting me another format, then I can start my merging. How do we start merging? Of course, we have to identify the recipients or the clients we want to send letters. So specifying those clients or those recipients, we have to go to select recipients, and by clicking on its drop down, it will give me type a new list, use an existing list, choose from Outlook contacts. So use an existing list is when you have already created your list. Maybe you have merged other letters and you want to use that same list. So that's when you use this option of use an existing list. Then if you want to type a new list, you use this option of type a new list. Or if you have your contacts online, you can also select them from this option. But let us type a new list, and we are going to choose this option of type a new list, and it will give us where we can type from. So you will have to type the title. Maybe it is Mr. Then you give the first name. Let's say the first name is like Agaba, Mr. Agaba, and the last name is like Sam. Then the company name, let's say it is Digbits. Then address line, it is in Imbarara maybe. And you want to put another person. So if you want to put a new entry, we have options down. We have that option of new entry. So you can click on new entry to give us an option of typing in a new person. Let's say this one is Mrs. Maybe let's say Tony, and this one is like from like any company. Then let's say this is one is in like Kampala. We have many options there, but because I don't want to fill all of them, but you can fill all of these fields. If you feel they are important, you can fill them, but me, I'm filling a few for the interest of time. And let me add a third person, and I will click on new entry to give me the option of adding a third person. Let's say a third person is Miss. Maybe Miss I can give any name. Company, districts, maybe it is in this district. And after giving names of your recipients, and then we are going to see, let me first take you through these options here. And this is new entry, we have seen that. Then this is delete entry, in case you want to delete a certain like a certain recipient, you realize you don't want that, you can delete and insert a new entry. So you first select the entry you want to delete, then you say delete entry. That person will be automatically deleted. Then you say delete this entry, you can say yes or no. And find is when like there are many and you want to find that specific person, you can click on find and specify you specify either the name or the last name, and you can select, or you can search by first name, by last name, by company, and you can search that person. If the list is so big and you want to specify the person you want, you can find. And customize columns is when you want to remove some of the columns. You realize we have very many entities and you realize you want to remove some columns, you can easily either add or delete or rename. That's how we use that. Then after finalizing whatever you're doing with that the new address list, you can click OK to set your merge list. Then after setting OK, it will give us the option to save. Remember when we created that merge, it renewed our document, which means the document was given a new location, which means we have to save it again. Then we have to specify the name. Let's say it is called merge, and we want to save. And the saving type will also change, because it will change from, remember it was our document, it will change and it will be Microsoft Office address lists, which means it is sending addresses and it is a Microsoft but in the list format. So let's save. After saving, Then we want now to start our merging. Then after, we are going to look for the option of insert merge field. Then we also have a drop down, so we are going to click on that drop down and we insert the merge list. But before inserting, you have to first position your cursor to where you want to put that merge list. Let's say I want to put title, and title I want it to be at the start of my, or at the top. So I will position my cursor at the top of the document, and I'll go to insert merge field, and I will click it, and that field will automatically appear to where I positioned my cursor. I want to also put another merge field, and I want to give maybe I want the first name to be here. So I will position my cursor, then I will select from insert merge field, and I will select first name, and it will automatically go. Let's say I want to put the last name, of course first name then last name, they follow each other, first name last name. Then I want to put the company maybe somewhere in the middle of my statement, company name. Then maybe at the end I want to put the address. So after placing those ones, then I want to finish up my merging, and I want to print out my I want to bring out my documents going to those 3 recipients that I set in my merge list. So how do we do that? We have to make sure that our merge fields are positioned to where we want. Then after positioning them, we want to finish our merge, and we want to bring out because we had 3 recipients, so we want to bring out 3 letters. So what will I do? I will go to finish merge. It is also an option under mailings. So by clicking that, it will give me options. Do you want to edit individual documents, print documents, or send mail messages? Of course, I want to edit individual documents. I want each individual to have his or her own document. So I will select edit individual documents, and it will also ask me if I want to decide the how the from and to, and it will also ask me if it is a current, but me I will select all because I want all of them to be, because you realize maybe if I specify title only, so it will print for me only the title, but me I want all of them, all of my merge fields to be printed out. So I will click all and say okay. After saying okay, it will give me my names. So you see, title, it has brought Mr. The name Agaba Sam, and it has given me the company name and the address. And I will also have the second letter, which goes to Mrs. Aine Tony, and it will also give me the company and the address. It will also give me the third letter, which goes to Miss Rina Wendy, and it is also giving us the company name and the address. So that's how we do our mail merging, and maybe you can use it most especially in writing letters and email messages. So that's how we do our mail merging. I hope you have moved with me, and I thank you for being with me from the first session to this session, and we are still continuing with Microsoft package courses, and I hope you will still continue to be with me until the end of the course. Thank you.